Did you know that before making traditional Cambodian rice whiskey, they first need to make the yeast?
All these are the ingredients to make the yeast. All broken rice. Coriander seed, star anise, peppercorn, cardamom seed, black pepper, garlic, ginger, galangal, and red hot chili with fermented rice.
And making this yeast is already a whole process by itself. The ingredients are mixed with non-glutinous rice flour and made into these small yeast balls. And now we are ready for the rice. They prefer to use old broken rice. Why? Because new rice can become too soft and sticky, making it more difficult to mix properly with the yeast. Whole grain rice can also be used, but it is more expensive, so old broken rice is a practical choice. The rice is cooked just like the normal rice we eat every day. After cooking, they spread it out and let it cool for around 2 hours. It needs to cool before adding the yeast. Then they crush the yeast ball and spread it all over the rice. According to the maker, for around 1 kilogram of rice, they use 1 yeast ball. Then everything is mixed together very well. You want the yeast to reach as much as the rice as possible. After mixing, the rice goes into the container and is left for around 2 days and 2 nights. Then comes the next step. Water is added. For example, with around 15 kilograms of rice, they may add around 15 liters of water, depending on the container and the process. The mixture is then left again to continue fermenting. As the water is added, you can see the mixture getting bigger and filling more of the container. And don't worry too much about the container looking simple. This is traditional local production. After fermentation, the mixture is transferred into a pot of the next part of the process, distillation. The fermented rice is heated, the alcohol vaporized, and then it's cold and come out as liquid. This is how the rice mixture slowly becomes the spirit that we can drink. The local maker told me that the liquid can start coming through the system after several hours of distillation. According to her,
1 kilo of rice, 1 dish.
around 1 kilogram of rice may produce roughly 1.5 liters, although the amount can depend on how it is made. But here is another interesting part. You don't necessarily have to drink all of it immediately. This rye whiskey can be kept for several years. And according to the local maker, the longer you keep it, the flavor can develop. So time is also part of the process. And even after making the rye whiskey, they try not to waste anything. The leftover cooked and fermented rice can be kept and used as food for pigs. So one simple ingredient, rice, goes through so many different stages. Cook it, cool it, add the special yeast, mix it, ferment it, add water, ferment it again, distill it. And finally, you have traditional Cambodian rice whiskey. But what I find most interesting is not only the drink, it is the knowledge behind it. The measurements may not always come from a modern machine or a written recipe. A lot of knowledge comes from experience. They know which rice works better, they know how much yeast to add, they know how long to wait, and they know when the whiskey is ready. This is knowledge that local people have learned, practiced, and shared over generations. So, when you see a bottle of traditional Cambodian rice whiskey, don't only look at the finished drink. Think about the rice, the 11 ingredients used for the yeast, the fermentation, the fire, the distillation, the waiting, and the people behind it. That is what makes local experience like this so interesting. You don't just taste something, you learn how people make it, why they make it this way, and the tradition behind it. If you want to discover more about Cambodian local life, food culture, and traditions, follow On Trip Diaries. And if you want to explore Cambodia with us, visit ontripdiary.com. See you in the next local experience.